telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public.
Internet, I'm so damn sick of this man. It's not even funny. I been hopped off the Dr. Umar train 9 years ago when I realized not a brick has been laid, not a teacher has been hired. The school was a fraud. But I was willing to let bygones be bygones and move on from that and just chalk it up to a failed business venture had this nonsense not come out. I see that he's been trying to rebuild his image and whatnot, and he's been doing a good job at that. But this is about to crash you right on down to the ground. You might as well pack it on up and take it home. To have the audacity to be screaming about black love and no interracial dating and that black women need to be with black men, but yet you abandon your own black daughter. Abandon your own black daughters. Two of them. I mean, what a piece of work you are. And the thing about it, though, is the reason why we all know you're fucking lying is because we all have dealt with a man like you in some sort of capacity. Either our own fathers or someone in our family or our own baby fathers or whatever. But we know you, nigga. We know you. We know exactly who you are and exactly what you're doing. Everything that you're doing is not new. When I tell you this man's response triggered something in me, it just really pissed me off. The classic, the phone works both ways. That's what we're gonna go with. I have a deadbeat father who's also a boomer. And check this out. Check this out right here. My boomer dad, who absolutely refused to assist my mother with anything outside of paying his mandatory little $200 child support or whatever. He absolutely refused to, support us in any other way, come to any events, do anything outside of pay his child support. And that was like his way of sticking it to my mom and sticking it to us because we're the enemies somehow. Y'all really need to exercise that demon of child support up out of y'all because it really got y'all in a chokehold. Like when I tell you till this day, and not exactly to this day because I've been in no contact with this motherfucker for a while now, but literally if I were to call him up till this day, he will still bring up the fact that he paid child support. Like, you pulling this out like this a goddamn car note or some shit, nigga. Like, yeah, I paid my child support. That's all I needed to do. Didn't raise us. Didn't do shit else. Refused to pay for college. Straight up told me, I'm not giving you any money for college because you're a dummy. You're an idiot. So you're just gonna waste it. Literally told me that to my fucking face. So when I found out that his boomer ass had been living in a rental house from my grandparents, his parents, right? And mind you, both of my boomer parents had both of their parents in their life until they all died. So the fact that my parents got divorced, which is fine, but the fact that they got divorced and it was like everybody just jumped ship. So imagine the shock and chagrin that I experienced when I found out that my dad had been renting like the current house that he's been in since forever, right? Since we were kids and whatnot. I knew that he was renting it from my grandparents. I didn't realize that he was only paying $300 in rent and they never raised the rent. And my grandmother, who's the last one surviving, she died in 2016. So you haven't had to pay any rent, any mortgage, no nothing other than property tax. And I'm not even sure if you're paying that, but can you just imagine? Just imagine, right? Like, I know that you guys are probably like through the roof with the rent being, $1,900, $2,000, and up just to have anything decent, right? Never asked him for a dime, never expected anything, because I knew it was always going to be no. But to find out that you have been living for $300 rent from the 90s all the way till 2016, and now you're paying no rent, and you have the audacity to call someone lazy or say that we're undeserving. I mean, just tell me if you have boomer parents who think the same way. Like, I'm the lazy one, I'm the entitled one, but you literally were paying $300 in rent in 2016. That is impossible. You cannot find that anywhere in America, especially today. So yeah, I said all that to say this. Dr. Umar, we smell you. We see that you're foul. You stink. It's rancid. You're disgusting. Not to only do it once, but to do it twice. This is your character, and it is embedded in you. And you need to get some damn help. You need to actually go to a psychologist, an actual psychologist, not just you, nigga, but a real psychologist, and go talk to somebody as to why you're still holding on to all this hurt and this pain, and why you feel like bringing up what you call white man's paperwork, bringing up the fact that you paid your child support is supposed to absolve you of not being present in your child's life. Like, you motherfuckers are weird. Y'all are weird. And yeah, so he's not the first one to say this. He won't be the last. And the fact that there's so many men who are confirming it and condoning it, they're going to continue to use this same excuse. Like, niggas 50 years in the future are going to be like, yeah, I paid my child support. Or they're going to be like, well, you should have called me. The phone works both ways. Like, this is never going to end, especially because it's just generational. Like, I don't know, these niggas are passing down these excuses or what. Y'all sharing them in a barbershop. I have no idea, but y'all all got the same excuse. We all know a Dr. Umar. We all know this nigga. Like, this whole nigga's character, we all know him. So I hope that this takes a huge shot to his ego, his business, his character, everything, all of his endorsements, anybody who's fucking with him. I hope it takes a huge shot to all of that, because shouldn't no man be messing with no other man who don't take care of his kids. Y'all should not be platforming it. Y'all should not be hanging out and hustling and all that other shit or whatever. Stop doing that. Y'all need to start rooting out these niggas out the fucking community. If y'all want to claim that these niggas are bad for the community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, but yet y'all condone and hide these motherfuckers, and then y'all make excuses for them. Root men like this out. They need to be called out, they need to be rooted out, and they need to be ostracized out of the whole fucking community, because this is terrible.